Right, good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience, and any comments, questions or abuse you may have for me, please leave it down below. Now the reason I mention abuse is that because when I talk about the projects I'm going to discuss now, people are quite myopic and blinkered on their investments, which lead me to believe that a lot of people are either over-invested or they're massively underwatering the money they have put into the project and really won't let anyone say anything bad about it because they don't like hearing cold hard truths from someone completely neutral on the subject. The reason I say I'm neutral on the subject is that I'm invested. You can see my faucet there. I don't have a massive amount. I have 2,500 drip. It's worth $1,312. It was worth more than that yesterday, more than that the day before, but it continues to go down. People will tell you that you earn 1% a day on drip, but as we'll go into later on, that's not strictly the case because you're earning 1% a day, but your the price continues to depreciate 3% a day, so you're not really getting anywhere. You're essentially treading water. So where shall I start? Let's start off by looking at the cryptocurrency market so we can get a grip of where we're at. Okay, so we're on the cusp of a bull market. We've got a market cap of over $1 trillion, which if we quickly look at that, you can see that last time we've had a few tests of the $1 trillion mark, but the last time we genuinely broke through it, we headed up eventually to the $3 trillion mark, which, you know, things doing all-time highs. So the market as a whole, Bitcoin's up 11% over the last 7 days, 11%. So it's up to it's broken the $23,000 mark, which it's been struggling against for a while, but it's done it. Ethereum's up 6%. Let's look at some of the biggest rises over the last 24 hours, for example. Aptos, this thing's been flying. It's up another 21% over the last 24 hours. Phantom, that's up. Step in GMT, that's up. That's up to 62 cents. So I don't know if any of you got Step in sneakers and you're owning GMT, then you'll be happy with what you're owning. Everything's pumping because it's following Bitcoin. So all the half-decent projects. Look, there's a lot of things that are up massively over the last few days. Now let's look at drip. Oh. What's wrong with this picture? Everything else is doing well, yet the greatest project in DeFi continues to fall every single day, and you see no signs of recovery. Now, if we go to some of the comments, not all of them are bullish, but some people get quite abusive towards the people that say these things. Well, basically they're expressing their opinion. So I'll go through a few of them. Drip, this is honestly a scam. I've been in drip for about 9 months and it's only gone down. They have another coin, Animal Farm, and that's what the main developer Forex is worried about. If Forex cared about drip, Animal Farm would have been put on hold and found a way to keep drip actually viable. Went from 16 USD a coin to 50 cents, and I've literally lost 92% of my investment. I will never invest and will keep all my friends and investors away from drip. So I think that's an experience that a lot of people have had. Can you smell the stench in here? Drip stinks like an outhouse that's been sprayed by 10 skunks. All new investors will lose their money. This one resonates with me. Drip. You have to love this layer 2 garbage the Moon Boys spew out as a saviour of drip. Nobody has any clue what's actually in this mystical layer 2, or if it's even going to happen. More fairy dust so they can sleep at night, I guess. Let's look and see what people say back to that. I've not checked this, but trust the plan, ye of little faith. Massive gains for those who believe. UI development takes time. Listen, this isn't looking good. So let's go and look at some charts just to get some perspective before I go further into detail. So this is Bitcoin on the daily. You can see we've pushed above the 50 some time ago, above the 100. And we've broken this resistance at the double top level, and we're still continuing to push up. We've had a pullback, which is good. It gives people more chance to get money in, but it's continued to push up. If we go to the weekly rather, I can show you exactly what did happen with Bitcoin so you can understand. So we had a high here, and then we made a new high here. Between those two highs, you have what's called a divergence, and it did play out. It broke down as you would expect it to do. Had I been day trading this, I would have entered here and I would have been targeting this region here. I'd have been targeting the weekly 100, which, let's do it in percentage terms, would have given me, well, 45%, but pip wise it's a lot of money. So anyway, it trailed all the way back down to here. We made another lower low here. Following a lower low, we've got a bullish divergence. The MACD has got is lower here, but higher here at this point. The divergence is played out. We push through the resistance there. The resistance has become support. You go onto the daily, you can see like a better view of it. We're in double top territory. Last week I was concerned that we could break down, but it's not. There's strength in the market. There's a lot of buyers out there. So Bitcoin is doing well. Now, if we compare this to Drip's chart, I'm not being mean here. I'm just telling you what I see, and people need to be honest about it. Right, so there's Drip. Okay, this is on the daily. Now, I hear a lot of people talking about dollar cost averaging. Okay, this chart is actually it's horrendous. Okay, you've got this little pump here when people started doing this. Actually, I'll cover this first. People seem to think it's a good idea and noble and a wonderful thing to do is to buy Drip and send it to the tax vault. So essentially throw your money away in order to provide exit liquidity for other Drip participants. Now, surely you're in a project that's losing you money. We'll get back to the 1% a day in a minute, but you're prepared to just buy Drip and throw it away. That money you're not going to get back. People that are claiming Drip, they're the ones that are going to take that. So you're throwing good money after bad. The whole idea of, just throwing Drip into the tax vault to try and bump the price up is ridiculous, because the whole idea is blinkered and silly. So let's go on to the 1% a day thing and dollar cost averaging. So say you got in at $4.86. All right, now you might see the price come down to here. A few days later, we closed at $3.85. Now, if you were dollar cost averaging, as people like to call it, I don't think the people involved in Drip understand what dollar cost averaging is. Right, so you've bought some here, yeah? That's on the hope that it's going to pump up. Okay, so it's not happened. So let's DCA in again here. So you bought some at $2.99, but there's been no pump, so you're still losing money. And let's put dollar cost averaging here at 187. This isn't dollar cost averaging. What it actually is called throwing good money after bad and catching a falling knife. Dollar cost averaging only works when a price of a project has the potential to appreciate. And if you go back to the weekly, this project has not appreciated since, nearly a year now. We're just about to approach it. It's been in free fall since February. So if you'd have been like clever and say, I've DCA'd in. If you DCA'd in all the way down here, you're still losing money. You might own more Drip, but your net worth in Drip is nowhere near what it was before. You've lost money all the way down. I don't care what you tell me. Now, there are these grifters out there, and I will call them grifters because they're the ones that are putting out these bullish Drip videos, because they're the ones that have built the teams, and they've pumped their bags in that way. So they've got some. They may have made some money out of it. Like the main money was made a year ago. Okay, over the last year, people haven't been making money out of this project. They've been losing money. And I can give examples. I'm not going to name people. You'll probably get some clues with who I'm talking about. There's one person. He's quite a prominent member of the Drip. I'm doing the inverted commas thing with my fingers, but you can't see me. So just imagine that. The Drip community, which is a genuinely toxic place where you can't say anything against a project without being called a fudder or, I don't know, getting accused of negativity. I'm what's called a realist. I'm an investor. That's what I do for a living. I invest in things. This thing I'm invested in, I don't care. It's not a lot of money to me, but there's a lot of people that are putting money that they need into this project. Okay, so this person, I looked back through some of his old YouTube videos, and in February last year, he owned 144 Drip. At that time, the Drip was worth $13,168. Now, fast forward to a recent video he's made. Now, he's got 24,000 Drip, and that 24,000 Drip is worth $14,000. So you can say, he's up nearly $850. But no, he's not. You see, because he's done live buys where he's bought like 9,000 Drip at a time. So I don't know how these people can come on screen or record videos saying how bullish they are about the project when all that's happening is it's just going down, 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 down. That's what she said. There's a little clue I'm talking about. But it's really, really just silly. Are you not seeing that this whole... I don't think you understand what dollar cost averaging is, because I don't know how I can explain it to you without. Honestly, sometimes I'm a little bit lost for words. So there's other people out there. Let's talk about what's the other one? Drip Strategy, LD. Now that bloke, he's quite new on the scene, but he's become quite a prominent member of this so-called community, and he's built a team up very, very fast. So he's making a bit of money. He charges money to be a member of his channel for all these exclusive bonuses and whatnot. But he's so myopic and blinkered in his thinking towards this project. He believes everything that the shark says. And from my opinion, the shark could stick his penis through LD's letterbox, urinate all over his doormat. LD would look round and he'd scream something like, "Boom! I've never been so excited. This is a bullish sign. You need to buy one of these golden Forex NFTs." Seriously, the people are just, I don't know, it's just insane. It's like, they must be making some money out of it somehow. It's genuinely a grift, but the thing is, the grift is coming to an end because a lot of these people, they've started secondary channels, like vlogging channels. And there's one person who, I was on one of his live streams once, and I asked him if he does look at the charts about drip. He got quite, I don't know if he was drunk, he drinks quite a lot. And his response to me was, the charts don't matter. This isn't Bitcoin, bro. Why would I care about the chart for something that gives me 1% a day? And so clearly he doesn't understand charting and technical analysis. But this is what really, like, I nearly fell off my chair when I saw this. He's starting a channel where he's going to be focusing on his trading, his day trading of cryptocurrencies. How can someone who doesn't believe in cryptocurrency trading and charting make a secondary channel about trading using technical analysis and charts? Does that not say to you that he's starting to realise that the grift is over, the game's lighted up, because this thing is just plummeting south? I'll go back to my faucet. I've had this for about a year. I can't remember what I've put in. I know I'm down. I don't really care. It's $1,300. It's not. It's fuck all to me. It's nothing. It's pennies. Do you know what I mean? But these people that have got their maxed out faucets, they're thinking they've got something great, but they haven't. They've lost money. You know, I know you can claim and claim and claim, but what's the price going to be like when you do claim? Because I don't see how the price is going to stop falling. I mean, we keep hearing about the shark's plan for the scratchies. I mean, from what I can see, the only thing the bloke's doing is scratching his arse. There's no nothing coming to drip. There's no utility. They talk about what is it? The new UI that was supposedly going to be released between the 20th and the 25th of January, but it's yet to arrive. It's yet to materialise, and I don't know when it will happen. Like, it seems if he sets a date, then bank on it happening 6 months later. But what's the price going to be like 6 months from now? Let's have a little look at this. Just do some little calculations. So let's go back from here. So that's the 2nd of November. So we'll call that 3 months ago, because we're nearly in February. So from there, we're down 88%. So what's to say we're not going to be down? Let's see where 88% is from where we are now. 88% from where we are now would take us to, well, you're looking at well below 32 cents. I'd need to stretch it out, but you're looking at, probably a 20-cent drip, maybe even less. So I've lost my train of thought now, but yeah, I don't know what your exit liquidity is going to be like, but trying to get people to send money to the tax vault, I think that's pretty despicable, because you're selling people, you're giving them like a forlorn hope. Like, there's an expression, live in hope, die in despair. You need to be realistic with these people. It's not working. Drip is not working. And there's an expression in England, it's called taking the piss, and it means like you're making fun of people, and that's what it feels like is going on now, because there's this new thing. Let me see where it is. It's called Droplet, and you get rewarded with what's called golden drip. Now, I don't know about you, but golden drip just makes me think of urine, like piss. So essentially they're doing it in plain sight. They're taking the piss out of investors. Now, this thing is printing at the moment. Fair good luck to you if you're involved in it. But to me, it's just them saying, look, we're taking the piss out of you. because I know someone else involved in the community has created this project. It will crash and burn because these things always do. I don't know if any of you remember Goose Finance. I don't know if any of you have been involved in DeFi that long. Because I know some of you have been involved in it a year. You've got YouTube channels and you think you're master traders. But there's that. And what else is this? I don't know if you've seen this thing. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing. It's called Guardians of the Reservoir. And these people, they're dressing themselves up like superheroes. It looks ridiculous. It's just embarrassing. They're trying to flog a dead horse. Like, they think that the things they're going to do and make this project appreciate, but they're not. The thing's fucked. I'm quite happy. I'm quite comfortable where I am. I can accept that I've lost money. I don't know if I'll just keep compounding, or shall I sell some, start putting into projects that actually work. But this thing is a joke, and the fact that you all lap up every single word that the shark says. And his front man, Ray, I mean, what does he do? He comes on screen and he's got these little things that so like, oh, bullish. I'm not going to do his voice. He sounds ridiculous. And he'll start clapping into the microphone and screaming, mighty leader. I mean, seriously, it's horrendous. And as for, like, I don't know if you've seen any of the marketing. The shark talks about this tens, hundreds of thousands of pounds they've spent on marketing. I've seen a few of their videos, their marketing campaigns, their adverts, and they're, for want of a better expression, they're absolute dog shit. So, I don't know what else I can say at the moment, but I'll leave it for there. But all I want to finish up with is DCAing. You're not DCAing, you're just catching a falling knife. You're throwing good money after bad. So don't listen to these people. A lot of these people, they're grifters. All they want to do is line their own pockets. They say they care about you. They couldn't give a fuck. All they want is referrals, affiliate links, clinked. You can't watch a video by most of them without them saying, oh, I'm using my ledger. If you haven't got one, click down below. These people are lining their own pockets. Okay, they're not bothered about your finance, and for them to say that you need to send drip to the tax vault to help pump the price, it's incredibly disingenuous in my opinion. Sending that drip to the tax vault to try and maintain the price is, one, it's not going to work because not everyone's fucking stupid and they're not going to do it, and it doesn't, despite what people say, it doesn't make you feel good. It should make you feel like a fucking idiot if you're like trying to put money in the tax vault to provide exit liquidity for someone else. It's ludicrous. The new UI, when's that going to come? I'll believe it when I see it. This thing's never going to be, I'd be surprised if this even went back up to $1. I really would. If it did, I'll finish with this. I would be happy if in 2 months from now you can come here and say, oh, you wanker, you were absolutely wrong. This drip site gone to $10, and you can all call me a prick and say, oh, we told you so, you negative, you fucking fudder, you prick. I'd hold my hands up and say, you know what, I got it wrong. I was wrong. I really had no clue what I was talking about, and you got me. I was wrong. You were right. This is the best project in DeFi. But sadly, for a lot of people, I don't think that's what's going to happen. This video may come across as negative. It may. You can call me a fuddy. You can call me all the names under the sun. But I'm just being honest with you, because I don't think many people in this so-called community are being honest with you. They're selling you a dream that is unrealistic. Actually, I need to mention Crypto Kings, Crypto Queens, whatever its name is. He needs to control himself. Like, he makes a video and he's saying this is going to make you a millionaire, this is going to make you a billionaire. What the fuck's he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? It's embarrassing. The bloke's a degenerate gambler, and he's saying, making videos titled, people that do this are going to be billionaires. He called the bottom of drip at $50, $40, $30, $10. You'll never see drip below $10 again. These people need to be held accountable for their actions at some point, because it really is. There's going to be some people that say, fuck's sake, I listened to that prick and I've lost a lot of money. Seriously, people need to be careful. When money's involved, people can get emotional. I'm quite calm. I'm quite comfortable. I'm just trying to bring some nuance and some reality to the situation. So I am actually finally going to leave it for there, because I've been rambling on for far too long. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Drop a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience. Any comments or abuse, questions, please leave them down below. I'm more than happy to respond to each and every one of you in due course. And leaving it for there, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon, a wonderful evening, and the best of luck with all your investments. Okay, be safe out there, take care, because it's a dangerous old world out there and you can't trust everyone. Okay, bye for now.